Captain's Log, Stardate 56063.8. The expedition has been ordered to support exploration efforts in the Niwa sector after the sudden displacement of Deep Space 17 by a technologically advanced alien. This region of space is unexplored as no Federation starship has attempted to survey the sector. All information we have on this sector is from long range telescopes and probes from other attempts of studying the sector. With the departure of Captain DeGrasse to the team I'm in and Commander Casey, I am awaiting the arrival of a new first officer for the expedition. Hopefully, Starfleet will be able to send them out soon. While we're being attached to Deep Space 17, it's a welcome sight to finally be exploring uncharted space and starting our journey into the unknown. End Captain's Log.
All right, so I'm going to start the scene. Lieutenant Bendon, is that how you say that?
Bedin.
Bedin?
Bedin.
All right.
Go with Bedin.
You exit out onto the bridge to start your first official duty shift on board your new assignment.
Lieutenant.
Bedin will look around the bridge a bit. Come walking up to the captain and extend his hand. Say, Captain Prax.
Turns to handshake.
It's an honor.
The honor is mine, Lieutenant. And welcome aboard the expedition.
Well, thank you, sir. I certainly excited to be on board. And he kind of looks around the bridge in amazement. This is well, it's quite a bit more than what I was coming from.
She's a big ship, but I'm sure you'll get to know her in good time.
Well, shall I report to my station, Captain?
Yes. Points over to the tactical console. The station is right over there.
Well, thank you, sir. So Bedin will get to his terminal and log in and very efficiently start rearranging buttons and various things on the terminal and start making himself at home.
Helm, ETA to Deep Space 17.
We are scheduled to arrive at 1300 hours, Captain.
Very good. Lieutenant Nidan, anything interesting on sensors?
Scanning now, Captain. Jim,
So
Sorry.
your initial sweep of the sensors showed nothing.
Nothing of note, Captain.
And it's also because I didn't have my Roll20 on my other computer open, or my Discord on the other computer open.
Understood, Lieutenant. Well, hopefully we'll find something to scratch my itch.
Dadan, check your messages.
Uh, I'm going to take the initiative to scan that in more detail, and I will say, Captain, I'm detecting an intermittent power signature bearing 171 Mark 284.
Idea of what the source could be?
Um, Currently scanning to get more detail. It's unclear at this time.
Helm, slow course to warp factor 6.
Aye, Captain.
It appears to be coming from a star system, Captain, but we'll need to get closer to get more details.
Send the coordinates to Helm.
Aye, Captain.
Coordinates received. Course laid in, Captain.
Engage.
Should arrive in system in 2 hours.
Understood.
We could probably speed up plot unless anybody has any roleplay stuff.
Well, one thing real quick.
Yep.
Bridge to Lieutenant Mendrock.
Aye, Commander. Captain.
Ouch. Commander, due to the lack of command staff, you'll be acting as second officer.
Oh, yes, Captain. Do you need me on the bridge?
We're heading to an uncharted system as we found some anomalous readings. Please report to the bridge so you can stay informed.
Aye, Captain. On my way.
Bridge out.
Dadan, give me a difficulty 1 control science. then probably by the assist by the ship's sensor science. All right, to get 1 momentum, we do have a complication on the table.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything about it, unfortunately.
Will you take a threat and a momentum?
I mean, that's a fair question.
Sure. Who doesn't like more threat?
Um, Captain, after a long exposure scan, I can tell that the signature appears to be coming from one of the moons on the 12th planet. I think we'll have to get to the system to get more detail than that, however.
Very well.
Reporting as ordered, Captain.
Thank you, Commander. You should be able to find everything you need for the engineering station. Helm ETA.
Roughly an hour, 50 minutes, Captain. I felt like you just asked that.
Yeah, I know. Well, he said the estimate, but I don't know how much time you're gonna, speed up plot wise.
Yeah, I mean, we can speed up plot whenever you guys want to, really.
I
Just
don't-
figure I'd give you guys the opportunities to roleplay if you wish.
Lieutenant Bedden, have you checked in with medical?
No, sir, not yet. They pretty much just came up to the bridge as soon as I arrived. I haven't even been to my quarters yet.
Understood. Go ahead and get checked out with medical. Might need you on a away mission or whatnot.
Uh, Understood, Captain. I'll head down to sick bay and be right back. And Bedden will make his way to sick bay.
All right, we'll head down to the sick bay. Doctor, you're in the sick bay at your desk, just going over some reports, some notes, doing some, just double checking some patient records and such.
Okay.
And we'll have.
Hidden steps in, having gotten lost along the way. He'll walk up.
And I guess the doctor, seeing the confused look on the new crew member's face, goes, "Can I help you?"
Yes, I've been ordered by Captain Frax to report to sickbay for what I guess is a physical.
Well, yes, of course, all crew members need to have at least their base physical done when they come on board.
Huh. Captain's very by the book, is she?
Sometimes.
Okay, well, I can assure you that everything's in order. There shouldn't be anything wrong here, but please, I'm at your mercy, Doc.
All right, Lieutenant. Let me pull up your file here. And do a quick scan just to make sure nothing's changed since your last physical.
I couldn't give me a quick reason or insight medicine difficulty 1.
All right, give me a second. My roll 20 is being slow. I'll just roll this in Discord real quick. I think my reason's like a 12. If I can remember how to do this. There we go.
That was a lot of text that popped up.
Wow, that's a lot of commands. That's really cool.
Uh, 2 successes, right? So you gain a momentum.
Yeah.
And unless you're hiding any diseases, Lieutenant, I think you're okay. I think the scans would reflect that.
Yeah, no diseases.
Well, all right, Lieutenant. We seem to be. Everything seems to be in order.
Well, I certainly work hard to make sure it stays that way. Either way, thank you, Doctor.
Not a problem, Lieutenant.
So, Doc, what do people do for fun around here?
Well, it depends. Some people go to the holodeck. Some people go to the lounge. Other than that, there's a few people who, well, won't go into detail with that.
Bedden kind of smiles and just says, "Well, Doctor, I'm sure I'll get it out of you sometime."
Maybe.
Well, if there's nothing left to do here, and he stands up, I imagine the captain would like me to report back to the bridge. All right.
You have fun out there.
Well, thank you, Doctor. And Bedden will turn on his heels and briskly walk back to the bridge.
Well, I was going to say I should give everybody the talk to Mech about your character when you're not there. But
Well, I can step back into the turbo lift.
Gonna take some adjusting with Commander's rust on and casing on. What do you think of the new lieutenant, Captain?
I just met the man, but his service record is exemplary, so should make a fine addition to the crew.
Oh, excellent.
Ops, notify Deep Space 17 of our delay.
hi, Captain.
Welcome back, Lieutenant.
Thank you, Captain. You'll be happy to know that the doctor has cleared me for duty.
That's good news. I was just expecting to make sure your medical files were all in order.
At least at this point, I don't think you'll find anything lacking in regards to me, Captain. Permission to resume my post.
Granted.
Thank you, sir. Bedden will report to his post and turn to Nadon and to say, I'd like to introduce myself. Janik Bedden.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant Baden. I'm Joel Nadon.
Nice to meet you as well. So, how long does it take to get used to these terminals?
It a bit. There you can customize it to some degree if you prefer a different configuration.
Well, I've customized a bit, but it's safe to say it's a little different than my last posting. He'll kind of turn and furrow his brow a little bit as he messes with the settings.
What was your last posting, if you don't mind me asking?
Of course not. I was posted as security officer on board the USS Copernicus.
I'm not familiar with that ship. What class is it?
It's a no berth vessel.
Coming to the expedition must be a change then.
Well, it's certainly something to get used to. But well, I should be more than up to the task. And he turns and focuses on his terminal.
All right, I think now's a good opportunity to speed up that plot. Should be arriving in system in a few minutes, Captain.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
And the ship drops out of warp in the system. Yes. Go ahead and give me a difficulty 1 scan, Nadam. Reason, insight, or reason or control signs.
Who?
Assisted by sensor signs. So I said it was a diff 1 that brings it to its diff 0, so you got 4.
Captain, on the moon I identified previously, there's some sort of structure on the surface that has a shielding on it that seems to circle the moon. The power signature we identified seems to be coming from this moon, and it looks like it's M class, so it should be reasonably safe to send an away team.
Are we able to beam through the shielding?
That will be a different scan.
I'll run that scan then, I guess.
That'll be a diff 2 scan.
Okay. I'm analyzing the shielding now, Captain. I'll spend a momentum for an extra die. I didn't need to.
3 more momentum gained.
There's a flute.
The shield appears impenetrable, Captain, by transport shuttles or by transporter beams. Although there are power fluctuations in the shielding, could be that was the intermittent power signature we were observing previously. The power fluctuations do seem to affect the strength. If we monitor it more, we may be able to discern some pattern.
Very well. What sort of life forms are on the surface of the moon?
As for life signs, it's what you typically expect from an M class. Um, various marsupial life forms. The waterways hold aquatic life. Fish and such.
Captain, it appears to be a well-developed biosphere. GM, are there any signs of any creatures that are known sentient species?
No.
No known sentience on the planet. Either they're very well shielded, or where we might be dealing with a first contact situation, Captain.
Are there any life signs within the facility? Is it just the one facility?
I
Or-
apologize. Could you repeat that?
Is it? You said there was a facility, right?
Yes, Captain.
Is it just the one location, or is there cities or?
There is only one, and I'm not detecting any life signs from it, Captain.
Any hostile creatures around the facility?
Think that's the float momentum.
No hostile creatures detected in the vicinity of the facility, Captain.
Any toxic gases around it?
Another momentum.
Okay. No, Captain, no toxic gases detected. The atmosphere appears to be a mixture of oxygen and argon as the primary two constituents. It would make people's voices sound a little deep, but it shouldn't be a health hazard, Captain.
Understood. Begin your analysis on the shield. See if you can't find a way to beam through or take a shuttle without damaging the shield itself.
Hi, Captain.
So that is basically the first obstacle that you guys have to face is trying to get past this the shielding.
Commander Mendrock, do you think of a way that we could potentially transport our beam through the shielding?
I didn't work on that, Captain. Take a look at the sensor readings or ask the Don to send them to my terminal so I can investigate them and see if I can find how they compare to Federation shielding or other types of shielding that we know of. And see if
What if
there's
we match it or match our transporter beam frequency to the pattern of the power fluctuations? Lieutenant Commander.
yeah, we can use some pattern enhancers to help, and then try to match them and get through. Is the distortions a something that looks like there's an error, or like the shield is breaking down, or the technology running it breaking down? Any sign of that?
Mendrak, go ahead and give me an insight or reason with engineering. I'll make this a difficulty 3, assisted by the ship's sensors engineering.
Okay. So you said insight or reason?
Yeah.
Alright. And you said difficulty 3?
Yeah, but it ended up being a difficulty 2 after adjustment for the sensors.
Yeah. I'll buy a third die with a point of momentum so I can activate cautious.
I just need the ship sensors engineering.
Somebody has it.
I can get it.
Thank you.
You do gain a momentum. I believe that's what you were asking, Mendrak. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I was trying to discern if it was like failing or not, or if it was some other cause. So,
I
yep.
think that answers that.
Alright. Captain, it looks like the energy fluctuations um seems to indicate the power generation is starting to fail. That's probably causing the shield to stay on. So should be able to match those fluctuations, I think. And probably wouldn't hurt to use a pattern enhancer just to be safe.
Understood, Commander. Lieutenant Nadan, do you think this shield could be acting as some sort of protection for the wildlife of the planet? Some alien civilization decided to preserve them somehow? Is there any indication that this could be the reason why a abandoned facility has a shield generator around it?
I'm scanning the biosphere on the planet in more detail, Captain, to gather some more information.
For a moment, I'll answer that.
I'll spend the momentum. Um, Captain, the structure does not appear to be built by a people that were overly concerned with environmental impact. It was designed and constructed in a manner quite invasive to the area, and the biosphere appears to be robust. So I don't believe that I'm able to find evidence in favor of that hypothesis.
Understood. Commander Medrock, Lieutenant Don, and Bedin. Is that right? I want to say another name, but
Yeah, it's better.
Bedin. And Lieutenant Bedin, please report to the transporter room. It's the button on her chair. Bridge to sickbay.
Sick bay here.
Doctor, please meet us in transporter room 1 with a standard fuel kit.
Understood. On my way.
Let's get a closer look. What do you say? Gets up to the chair to head to the transporter room. Lieutenant Knight, the bridge is yours.
Aye, Captain. Get down, check your message again.
No one to stop me from going on a away mission.
All right.
Captain, I will remind that we don't yet have a solution for beaming through this shield.
I thought the chief said. Okay, I'm confused. I thought Mendrock had a solution.
He was trying to see what the cause of the power fluctuation was.
Oh, I misunderstood what I was doing. So I will work on figuring out how to transport
Okay,
between the field.
backtrack. Commander Mendrock, please work on a way for us to be able to transport through the shield into the research facility. Or this
I was
facility,
thinking,
or whatever it
yep.
is.
Aye, Captain.
Lieutenant Bedden will pipe up and just say, Captain, we could attempt to shoot through it if it comes down to it.
I would rather not risk damaging um, the structures or the technology down there. We'll save that as a last recourse or last resort.
Understood, Captain.
So is it a similar kind of role?
What was that, Mendrock?
Sorry, having issues. Is the figuring out how to match the transporter frequency to the shield um modulation or whatever the shield frequency, so we can transport through it.
That's an avenue we can explore.
Um, I can't hear you.
That's
So-
an avenue we can explore.
Yep. Since I don't want to transport into the shield, that would be bad.
I mean, it could be fun for me.
Well, yeah, but I really don't want to risk myself or my captain or my crewmates. That would be bad.
So Mendrock, to have the to figure out a way for that to work, let's let's go ahead and make this an insight, engineering, or science.
Okay.
I'll make this a difficulty 3 assisted by the computers. Computers engineering, perhaps.
So, will my focus in computers help?
Yeah, probably.
I would like to buy a third die with a point momentum.
Dear God, momentum for days. You gain 2 out of that. So those are the steps that I see you needing to do.
All right. Captain, we will need the shield frequency and then have to set the transporter to that frequency, and then we should be able to beam down.
Lieutenant Adank, do you think you can get the shield frequency?
We should have collected enough data. We can analyze the fluctuations and see if there is a pattern to it.
All right, Nadan, go ahead and give me a insight or reason with your science score. Because of the way you suggested it, I'll make it a difficulty 2.
Cool. I'll spend a momentum for 1 extra die. Well, I guess I didn't need to.
Sorry, what was the ship?
No shit.
We have the frequency, Captain. It's approximately 2,000 gigahertz. I will send this off to the engineering team.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Is that all you require, Commander Mendrock?
GM.
You just need to tune the transporter to that frequency and then
Yep.
beam down task.
I will send this down to transporter room 1 and have them adjust the frequency to that setting. And Captain, once the transporter is tuned to that frequency, you should be good to go.
Everyone to transporter room 1.
Yep, I sent it there, so
Oh, Mendrock, go ahead and give me a presence engineering. I have all this threat difficulty 3.
presence engineering.
You know, because you're ordering them to
Yep.
do it.
Difficulty 3. I'd like to buy a die, extra third die with the momentum. I'm gonna have to get some command focuses. Presence. Nice. Alright. I guess we probably better squash the. Oh, wait a minute.
If
I used-
cautious.
Yeah, I can reroll with cautious. My bad. Well, at least I didn't get another failure. So,
Results stand.
um, termination or reroll? Or a milestone or reroll?
That is up to you entirely.
Um, yeah, can I use a milestone?
Which
okay.
one would you use?
You still have your
Uh,
determination, though. You haven't used it, spent it yet today.
No. I mean, I hardly ever spend it, so, let's do determination.
Value?
Understands technology better than people.
I don't think that one would apply here.
Alright,
But trust me, I'm an engineer. Might work.
alright. Assume trust me, I'm an engineer.
Because they're like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And you're like, "Trust me." So you can reroll the 2
Roll the 2.
or all of them if you want. But
I think the 2 is probably safer.
oh man,
It's that low presence. Hurt me. Of course, that was another 20. Wow.
You do have meticulous.
I do.
what does that do?
I can negate one complication when I'm using engineering. So
Oh, okay. So negate that one.
Yep.
Results stand.
Yep.
All right, there's definitely a succeed at cost task. The transporter room acknowledges your request, and as far as you know, they have made the changes.
Alright. I would like to double check because I don't want to be trapped on a planet. Um, second shield. But head down the transporter room.
What was that?
Can I double check that from up here? Or would I have to?
No, because it's a fail thing. So you don't get to like fix the failure
Okay.
because as far as you're concerned, it was done properly.
Fair enough.
Basically, it just creates a complication that I get to use at some point.
Yeah. Alright.
So yeah, as far as you're concerned, like when you go down there, you're going to see that they inputted the frequency. You know.
Alright.
Well, this is
Head
gonna be
down the transporter room. One
All right, so you all head down to the transporter. You all walk into the transporter room to see the doctor standing there, kind of looking not too happy.
Get lost on the way, Captain.
I say backtrack that, like, because of the misunderstanding.
Oh, but this is more fun.
Just get on the transporter pad, Doctor.
Yes, Captain.
All right, so this is base difficulty 2, correct? It goes down 1 for being done in the transporter room, down 1 for having your sensors, +1 for not going to a pad, +1 for a environmental hazard, plus another one for another environmental hazard. So this would be a difficulty 3 transporter roll.
It's Matthews.
Let's see what it looks like.
I got a sheet up. Go ahead and just roll it. He has bold engineering. He said diff 3.
Yep.
He has a total speed. Okay. 1 threat. Transporter replicators for a focus.
Yes.
Hold on.
Come on, complication.
Just roll on the ship first. See what the ship rolls.
Come on, complication.
We have momentum. I'll leave it. You know what? He's got 2 rerolls. I'll reroll the 0.
Damn.
Fish.
2 momentum gain. None of those people are there. All right. So you're beamed down to the planet's surface. Your original beaming coordinates were you were trying to beam into the complex itself. However, due to a in due to the unstableness of the shield, when you tried to beam through it, it actually deflected your transporter beam. So you find yourself about a kilometer away from the complex. So you're basically on the planet's surface. We'll call the area like a little hilly. A few trees here and there, but it's mostly just hills.
Well, that could have went worse. Um, Lieutenant On, do you think you can get us a bearing to the facility?
Hi, Captain. Jim, would that be like a con roll?
Yeah, reason con. Different one.
Of course. I'll spend 2 momentum to kill the complication, please.
And you're able to pick up the structure to the northwest of your current location.
Um,
The terrain, however, does get rather. It gets more hilly.
it's on that heading, and I'll point in the direction. We should proceed with caution. Terrain in this area has a lot of elevation changes. Captain.
Well, nothing like a little bit of calisthenic doesn't. Lead on, Lieutenant.
Hi, Captain.
Okay. So start making your way to the complex. As you make your way through, you try to avoid the hills the best you can, but there are still a few steeper ones that you can't really find a way around, and you have to go up and over. Um, can everyone give me a fitness medicine difficulty 1? This will be I'll be succeed at cost.
Could I argue for fitness con?
I'll take a fitness con. Oh, we did enter a new scene, so I keep forgetting that we changed scenes.
Survival for focus.
No.
Okay.
Geology for a focus to try to pick the least.
Did I
strict
say fitness
elevation?
medicine? I meant fitness security. Sorry.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Fitness security or fitness con. Sorry. I don't think that would matter for you, Bedin.
It doesn't matter for me. Fitness
Yeah.
security, I know what I'm saying. But
Uh, yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, you have the same score, Mendrock. I just need the doctor to roll.
Sorry, you need me to roll what?
Fitness security or fitness con, whichever is higher.
And what was the difficulty on this?
Just one. Oh wow.
Nice.
So you gain 3 total momentum from that, so I believe you're at max here. I already did the virus last week. So for those who failed, which is Nadan and Mendrock, your fitness is not exactly stellar. So this trip does wind you a bit. So for the duration of this scene, you're going to have a +1 complication range to all your rolls. And after I don't know, maybe a couple hours, you eventually make your way um to the structure. Um, it's nestled on the top of one of the hills, in a more densely wooded area, but not too difficult. So yeah, you find yourself overlooking the structure on the planet from where you were walking from. So do you guys want to do anything while you're overlooking, or do you just want to head straight in? Just we're waiting for Captain.
I might scan for any automatic defense system that would zap us as we approach.
Go ahead and give me a reason or insight engineering difficulty 3.
Can I assist on this?
Sure.
I'll spend a momentum for an extra die.
So you said inside engineering was okay?
Or reason, yeah.
Gotcha.
All right. I'll combine you guys get there.
Captain, before we enter the facility, we may wish to have Mandrock and the engineering team record review the data of the structure. It looks as though there's been several collapses, maybe structurally unsound.
Additionally, Captain, power is very limited in the structure, so I would also recommend further repairs.
Please forward the data over to Mendrak.
That should be alloys, by the by.
All right. Do I think there's anything I can do to make it safer with
Not
what,
with the
what,
tools you have.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, we didn't bring much of anything. Just standard engineering kit.
Just mark which sections that we need to avoid for now.
I have it. So yeah, look at my tricorder and map out the areas that are more severely damaged and mark them.
All right, go ahead and give me an insight engineering difficulty 2.
Alright.
Would you like to buy a die?
I'd like to buy a moment a die, please. Yes. Um, diagnostics or computers as a focus.
No.
Okay.
This is basically like looking at the structure and being like, okay, we should avoid these areas.
Yeah. Increased comprehension range didn't help them. All right.
It's still
Uh,
a 20.
yeah, it's my day, I guess. Can I squash that, please?
You
Mhm.
cautious.
Okay. Yeah.
Come on, roll into another
I
complication.
haven't played in a while. I'm off tonight.
Come on, roll that. Damn.
There you go.
Gain 1. Yeah, you mapped out to avoid some of the the more dangerous locations.
Mm-hmm.
So now I don't get to do stuff for free. Thanks, Mendrock.
That's what I'm here for. Saving my crew. I will transfer the information to everybody's tricorder. Should have the areas mapped on your tricorder, Captain. That or dangerous.
Thank you, Commander.
It doesn't mean we shouldn't be cautious. Since none of us know what to expect.
Can we set our tricorders to ping us of potential hazards? AKA advantage.
For a momentum, I will allow that to be, it's mapped on your tricorder, so it reads the area and be like, oh, this is a bad spot. For a momentum, I'll let everybody get that. Yeah, like I said, instead of getting stuff for free, now I have to pay for it. So there you go. Okay, you head in.
On this map, does there appear to be a section where there's a computer core or engineering section where they house the reactor? Maybe we can stabilize the research outpost and bring down the shield.
So you're basically your tricorder scans. You're doing quick tricorder scans, and you are noticing that there are two basically sources of power. One seems to be coming from a type of control room, and the other seems to be the power generator.
Let's head to the control room.
As a group.
Yes.
Okay.
First roll of D&D, they'll split the party.
Okay. All right. So you walk into the structure and you start walking deeper into the structure away from the opening you came in. And as you walk, you definitely need to power on a few of the flashlights that you would have brought with you. If you didn't say it, I'll just say you have flashlights.
I said standard away team equipment, so
Yeah. So as you walk in, you have to turn on your flashlights as they are basically the only source of light that is being provided as you walk closer. And what you are noticing with your lights is that most of the walls seem to be made up of what looks to be hastily constructed heavy metal alloys. And they also look to have been reinforced, potentially to withstand orbital bombardments for the best you can tell. And like I said, your tricorders keep reading the two power sources.
that's interesting. What do you make of this? That's a general question to everybody.
What were they protecting against? And who or what were they worried about? There wasn't any signs of like a war or something, was there? On the scans?
The, if there were any signs of war, at least geologically, I would assume they would have been. The landscape eventually, or the wildlife would eventually reclaim the areas, but I'm no expert on that.
Yeah. It's not my special need.
GM, would my character know if this was sort of a standard thing that might be used to protect the planet from like orbital bombardment or something else?
Oh, like all of you with your high engineering, high security scores are telling that like the basic structure was reinforced hastily and very shabby looking in those reinforcements. It it's like they added them later. The upgrades were added later and quickly.
Could we tell if the upgrades look like they were added by someone other than the original creators of the structure?
That you wouldn't be able to tell. It's too weathered.
Gotcha.
With all the holes in the roof and stuff, that the inside has been open to the elements for decades. All right, so what are you guys doing?
It doesn't look like it was like a bipedal humanoid type race that built the structure.
Again, there's not enough information for you to know that.
Okay.
I mean, you could make assumptions, but you're not exactly sure.
Yeah. Just looking at like engineering where they're like welded parts together or whatever. Just trying to see if something bigger or smaller than me would have been able to reach or whatever. Alright. Guess we're heading to the control room. Maybe that will have some answers.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we've seen a terminal or some other computer interface.
No, not in this section. It seems to be mostly localized in the control room.
Guess we continue onward to the control room.
All right. So you make your way through the compound using Mendrock's sorry, Mendrock's scan of the location to avoid the trouble spots. Who's what? So who's walking in which direction here? Basically marching order. Just so I kind of know where to place people.
Which way is the march order? That way,
Yeah, you know.
or that way?
It
That
doesn't
way.
matter. I just need to know who. I just need to know who's in front.
Security officer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's
can
what
say
I was
front.
going to say.
Okay. Really, that's all I need to know. Who had point? Do I give? Okay, so you guys are walking through. Again, you're using Mendrock's knowledge to bypass structural weaknesses. There are some collapsed corridors that you will have to avoid, which you're able to do so, with Mendrock's advantage there. And Bedin, as you come to what seems to be a bulkhead, you start walking through it, and you are just thrown back to the ground by a type of energy field. It's like you hit a force field, and you're just kind of, knocked backwards.
Ugh. Captain, it looks like there's some sort of energy field up ahead.
Lieutenant Nadan, Commander Mendrock. And Captain's gonna start looking for like a control panel or something hidden in the wall.
Scan the area and see what we got here. What it is.
So the captain said that she was going to scan for the console. So, Captain, go ahead and give me, give me a control on either security or science. Difficulty of. Let's give this a 2.
Well, I spent the momentum. I'm gonna squash.
You are able to find a control panel. However, it is buried. I'll use threat for this. It is buried under one of the hastily made upgrades to the corridor. So you'd have to get past you'd have to basically take off the upgrade to get to the panel. But you're confident that's what connects to the barrier. Or the force field, I should say.
Commander Mendrock, I believe there is a control panel buried underneath this reinforced metal plate. See if you can't get access to it.
I haven't. Lieutenant Bennett might need your help moving the plate or whatever that's covering it.
All right. So how are
Absolutely,
you?
Commander. Sorry.
Nope. By all means. How are you going to get it off the panel?
Do I have like a cutting torch in my engineering kit?
I believe you do. Yes.
Carefully cut enough away to get access to the panel.
I recommend the use of PPE. The facility is mainly made up of heavy metals, and therefore it could be toxic if absorbed through your skin.
Fair enough. That's probably a wise idea. So put on safety here.
Okay. So this is going to be this is going to be a difficulty one because you have the right tools, but I'm going to increase the complication range by one because you put on protective equipment, so it's makes it harder to work. And don't forget, Mendrock, you already have a +1 from being fatigued. And bed now allow an assist.
Yeah. I have occasion set the two. Yep. So
So yeah, Mendrock, your complication range will be 3, Beden will be 2.
oh, nice. All right. What's the roll?
Oh, be control engineering, sorry.
And how many successes?
What's that?
How many do I need?
Just 1.
Just one. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have the proper tools, so
All right.
it's not made difficult because of that.
Mm,
Damn. Gain 3 momentum out of that. And yeah, although you're being cautious about it, the hastily made nature of this covering, it falls off pretty easily and exposes the panel.
I have the panel exposed, Captain. Is there power to it?
Yeah. Yeah, there is on this one.
Okay.
But this one, to disable the force field, there's only going to be only one person is able to do this. It's going to be a difficulty 3 task.
Okay.
It's probably going to be daring with either security or engineering.
Well, I mean, I'm willing to let the security guy head at it if he would like.
You said daring security?
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. What was the task?
Difficulty 3 daring security.
Okay. And what was this for?
What's that?
Like specifically, what was the action?
Oh, to disable the force field.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no focus. Damn. Yeah, so I'll use take threats. And yeah, I'll burn 2 momentum to get 4 die. Seems pretty critical.
Gain no
And
momentum.
yeah, I'll just reroll that 0 at bold security.
Yep. Gain 2 momentum. And after a few moments, you hear the very familiar sound of the force field turning off. You know, that whole bzzz sound that it makes.
And Bedden will go, "The force field has been disabled, Captain. We should be good."
Thank you, Lieutenant. Good job, both of you.
Do you keep walking?
Yes.
And just so I know where you're heading to the control room, right?
Yes.
All right. So you make it past the force field, and it doesn't take you too much longer. You know, maybe 5 minutes of walking carefully, to get to the control room. When you get to the control room, it's maybe a 10 by 10 meter room. It's fairly small. And it does have a few computer terminals and workstations. Most of it still has no lighting in there, so you haven't used flashlights. And most of the terminals have been powered down, save for one that has a single green blinking light on the screen.
Is there an indication of what the terminal is for? Or like, have you even seen like any language or?
No. And best as you could tell that this is a touch screen.
Search the room, see if you can't figure out any clues to who built this place. See if you can't get that console working, Commander.
Uh, Bedden can take the lead on searching the room, if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead and give me reason or insight with security. I'll just make this a difficulty 2.
Investigative techniques for a focus.
Sure.
And you said diff 2 or diff 1?
2.
2.
And what's everyone else doing? So Mendrak's going to go to the computer. What's the doctor and Nadan doing?
I'd say that the doctor is probably scanning to see if there's any residual DNA traces or anything like that from the former inhabitants of this place.
Okay, doctor, you can go ahead and you could also roll me a reason or insight medicine difficulty 2. So I believe Bedden has his role, the doctor has his role. Nadan, what were you doing? Nadon? Ah, okay.
For
But
Beden. Oh, sorry. I was going to say for Beden's roll, take a threat. And definitely rerolling.
okay. And then doctors need your roll.
Uh, Beden will raise his voice and say, Captain, I've found an automated defense turret in the ceiling. Looks like it's currently powered off, though.
See if you can't find a way to disable it.
Understood, Captain. And Beden will attempt to find I guess at first, mechanical way to disable it. And then, barring that, he'll try to find a weak point that he could potentially use a phaser against.
Okay. The engineering task will be a difficulty 4, daring engineering. The security task will just be, to just basically shoot at a weak point will just be the standard to hit.
Beden will say, Captain, I think I can disable it. It might require a quick phaser hit, though.
And when Mendrock comes back, he will find that the computer is encrypted and he will have to break the encryption.
I'm back.
Okay, yeah. Mendrock, when you get to your computer, you notice that the computer is encrypted, and to access any of the data, you'd have to break the encryption.
All right.
And it's the extended test there. Daring or control with security or engineering, difficulty 4, work 18, magnitude 4, resistance 1.
Okay. I will. My complication range is 2, right?
Correct.
All right. Um, computers for focus.
Yeah.
All right. I will buy a third die with momentum, and I have all these useful talents for tests. So, see how this goes. All right, I will reroll that one with cautious engineering. Oh, of course. All right,
Oh, wow.
So you
that's
have
So I squash that with
You have meticulous.
oh
Yeah, so you could
Just ignore it.
say, yep.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me 7 challenge dice, please. Oh, and you have all these like
Yeah.
nick of time nonsense too,
Yeah.
don't you?
Miracle worker, nickel time.
I was just remembering what all they do.
Nick times extra.
Oh, and you also have all fingers and thumbs, so you technically
Yeah.
get a bonus momentum to do stuff.
Yeah. That's it.
Dear God. 1 additional work for every effect. The other is achieve a breakthrough and roll at least 1 effect. Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 work out of the work track. So that'll give you 9 total work, which is enough for 2 breakthroughs with your talents.
Yep.
You could use your bonus momentum you gain and just keep it an even 10 for an extra work.
Yeah, let's do that. Use the alright.
I'm not even going to waste my time throwing thread at this. Diff 2, comp 2.
Uh, buy a die with point momentum. I think I'll not reroll the 0 because I don't want to risk getting the complication.
You still have meticulous, so even if you roll the complication,
Yeah, I always forget about that.
So you ignore the complication, you gain a momentum.
Yep.
Go and roll the work. Yep. Okay, so Mindrock, you very quickly are able to break the encryption on this computer, and as soon as you do that, you notice on the computer screen lines of text just start shooting through, giving various status reports and updates and stuff like that. The important ones I will go ahead and post in the chat for everyone to dissect.
I'm broken through, Captain. Getting a massive data feed.
I believe the doctor had information sent to him, and then as soon as Betting gets back, we'll have some fun there too.
Alright, well, I will share this with the captain and see what we want to do with anything.
record as much data as you can, and try and transfer it back into the deck.
Okay. See if the dog can help me cram as much info as we can here.
Captain, I don't know what it is, but it appears to have. I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm thinking that so much time has passed since whoever was here before us that there's not even any trace DNA anywhere that we've been so far. least as far as I can tell.
Lieutenant, can you figure out how long ago this place was built?
Right. So Nadon was asked to do something, but I also have to take care of Beden's task. You said you're going to try to disable the turret.
Yeah, so Beden let the captain know that he could disable it with a phaser blast, or he could disable it by attempting to tinker with it, uh, like with the engineering of the turret. So Beden will say, Captain, I think the phaser blast might be the easier option of the two, but I'm more than happy to take a gentler approach if that's what you prefer.
As long as it doesn't damage the structure overhead.
GM, would I know if it would?
What's your engineering?
3.
This area seems pretty sturdy, so you don't think it would cause any issues.
All right. Let's pull the phaser out and give it a blast.
Diff 2, control security.
Take a threats and focus in hand phaser.
Yep.
Don't forget to aim.
And I will aim.
Because that reduces your difficulty by 1.
That's true.
Does it?
Yep. Deadly marksman. Or deadeye marksman.
All right, so diff 1 then.
Cool. Yeah, in that case, I won't use the threat.
What was the reroll from? Oh, aim. Doy. Gain 2 momentum. Go ahead and roll me some damage. Just for funsies.
Boom.
All right. You expertly aim your phaser and fire at the turret, and you do hit it in one of its sensitive areas, and it just kind of falls broken down to the floor. Making a loud, thunderous crash.
Beden will kind of smile and just say, "Turret disabled, Captain."
Well done.
Right, so I gave you all the information that you could pull from the computer. So feel free to role play, ask questions about. Oh, Nadine, you were asked to determine the age of the outpost.
Okay. I think I have a specialty or sorry, a focus that applies. Geology, because I can use the date of the sediments around that have piled onto, that have deposited over the foundation and things, to estimate the age of the settlement, as well as cross-validating with some geochemical analysis like radiometric dating.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Cool.
Let's make this a
With
difficulty.
the okay. Folks, my
Your
complication range is 1 higher.
Yep.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, you're still exhausted.
Yeah. And I will spend a momentum to gain an extra die. Oops, sorry. Wrong button. That should have been reason science. My reason science is 2 better. Not that it would matter on a complication roll.
What's your science score?
5.
Okay, so that's actually you have 3 successes, so you bank 1 momentum.
Okay, and I will spend that momentum and 1 more to quash the complication.
Okay. So using your knowledge of geology and analyzing the sediments and whatnot, you determine that this facility is at least 100 years old. Over 100 years, you would imagine.
Okay, it's Captain. This facility appears to be at least 100 years old, possibly older. Judging from the wear on the building, my guess would be older. We could get a more exact date if we can find any reference to a known astronomical phenomenon during in their records with the date associated, so that we can extrapolate the dating, or their dating system rather.
Any more information we can get out of the computers, Mendrock? Or was that all in the database?
Can't.
Pretty much all you can get that's not corrupted in some fashion.
Sorry, Captain, but it looks like what I've been able to gather is all we can get. Everything else is either corrupted or lost.
Do you think you're able to stabilize the reactor of this facility, or shut down the shield from here?
Can I shut down the shield from here? Or will I have to go down to the generator?
So just correct me if I'm wrong. From what we gathered earlier, that the reactor was causing instability with the shield, right?
Correct.
So either shut down the reactor or shut down the shield, or fix the reactor. Um,
All that, but I'm
So
assuming
you do see a section console that is that's labeled shield control. So you could turn it off from here, but you wouldn't be able to repair the generator from here. You'd have to repair the
guess-
generator at the generator, but you could turn off
Yeah.
the shield.
It looks like I can turn off the shield from here, Captain, but I'll have to go look at the generator and attempt repairs there if need be.
Is the reactor any danger of exploding or a runaway reaction that would damage the wildlife here?
Is there a status of the reactor?
Give me an insight. Diff 2.
Inside what?
Engineering.
Engineering. Okay. Difficulty 2.
Yep.
Still have complication 2.
Yep.
Alright. Diagnostics as a focus.
Yeah.
Alright. By a third die with momentum.
Dear God. Gain 3 momentum.
Makes up for all the 20s I've rolled earlier.
All right, sent you a message.
Alright, Captain, it looks like the generator has a failsafe to prevent any explosions or meltdowns. It seems to have been programmed to run as long as possible to keep the shield active.
How long do you think the generator will continue to run?
A few more months at best. Considering the weather damage, it might cause some issues if this facility takes more hits.
Go ahead
Yes.
and bring down the
Thank
shield.
you. Go ahead and turn it down. Alright.
No roll needed. It's a simple command sequence.
Alright.
And once you input the sequence, the shield turns off.
Away team to expedition.
Go ahead, Captain.
Stand by for transport.
Standing by, Captain.
I can't think of anything else to do down here. Is there anything else you guys can think of?
Not down here, Captain, but it might be a good idea to investigate the coordinates and the communications pointing to other settlements. Whatever species or race exterminated this culture might become a threat to the Federation at some point.
Expedition 5 to beam up.
Beam me now, sir. And you're beamed back to the transporter room.
Lieutenant Don, calculate the nearest coordinates described in the logs and work with Helm to extrapolate a course.
Hi, Captain. So I assume that we're going to need to calculate where those coordinates might be now, or about a century in the future.
Yes, they would have moved on the planetary scale, wouldn't they? Well, that's going to be a fun roll. I could set up a roll for that.
I do have a focus in astrophysics. I'd argue that would apply for this, for simulating movements of galactic bodies.
I think it does. That or stellar cartography, probably.
I don't have stellar cartography, but I do have astrophysics, so I'll use that one.
All right, that's going to be your extended test. Assisted by computers and either con or science. Yeah, I'll just throw it on the bridge. All this is probably going to take place up there.
Okay. To get a good start on this, can I spend my determination?
Yeah, let me go ahead and say this is a new scene, so everyone's not exhausted anymore. You know, you're able to get a drink of water, sit for a couple minutes. But yeah, what value would you like to spend on that?
Well, what I might do is see if I can pull in some assistance from my division or the the navigation division, and if I can get assistance from other personnel on the ship, I would probably go with collaborative problem solving yields better solutions.
I'll let you get an assist on this, so you could bring in whoever you want.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a whole plethora of supporting characters you could pull.
Alrighty. Do we have anybody with a relevant?
Well, when you activate them, why does this guy have astro navigation twice?
I don't know.
But when you activate somebody, you could give them something.
Cool. I will probably activate Orjal Bison because I'm guessing that Canalne is busy with, currently navigating the ship.
Oh, I did not realize Silva has astrometrics.
Oh, Silva does. Might activate Silva instead then.
Yeah, that would definitely be be useful.
Yeah, I'll
Or Rexia Soha has astrometrics as well, and she has been activated less.
Okay, I'll activate her then. And I will see. Well, she already has a useful focus, so that works.
Yeah, but you could give her a value. You could give her a talent.
Oh.
Probably bump up a discipline. No one's been keeping track. Actually, I don't think she's ever been activated. Now that I look at her, this would be first activation. So in that case, you wouldn't be able to give her anything, but
Okay.
she would have the activation though. So next time you activate her, then you could.
That's good. Alright, yeah, I will activate her then.
So someone can just mark that she's been activated.
Where do you mark that?
Just on the back in the notes generally. You know,
Okay.
first activation, blah, 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 blah. You know, maybe first activation during a mission name or whatever. Or date, whichever.
Cool. Yeah, does anyone want to roll for her?
I can roll for her.
Cool. That works. So yes, having spent my determination, I'll also spend enough momentum to get an additional die on top of that. There. Holy crap, okay.
Yeah. I just need the assist in the ship. And if someone would grab the ship for computers and science, it looks like. Maybe.
There.
8 successes, so you gain 4 momentum. Go ahead and roll me 7 challenge dice. Trying to give you guys all these increased complication ranges, and you're just rolling past all of it. Right now I have you doing 4 work, unless you have any crazy things that add to it.
I do not.
You just probably spend 1 for piercing.
Yeah. That'd be a good one.
All right, that would be 6. All right, next test will be a difficulty 3. Oh, did you use your determination there too?
Yeah, she did.
Good.
It's actually 10.
So it's actually success. Yeah.
Because I get the one momentum back. You spend the other momentum for extra work, and that will. What's it? 8 work left, I guess. because there's 2 float. Or
Yeah, so it works at 7 then, probably.
no, so I took the 1 momentum back, so it would be 8 work. Because then the one, because we still split the momentum for piercing and 1 for extra work.
Yeah, 8 work total, right? Is what you decided to do with all your momentums.
Be 7 work total. So there'd be 8 left on the work track.
8 left. Okay. Cool. Still different.
Do testing a theory and theory into a practice now apply, as we've succeeded once on this extended chat?
Yes. Yeah, so would that be a diff 2 then?
Yep. And I get an extra die.
Yep.
Oh, I will roll those.
Uh, 6 work, so you have 4 momentum gain there. Go ahead and roll 7 challenge dice.
You can spend 1 of the float for the reroll 3.
I sure will. Can I also spend a float to make it piercing?
Yep.
So that's 7. The
One
remaining,
more will finish it.
Yeah, well, the main 2 can just go straight to work, and that will finish the.
Yep. So you were able to extrapolate out systems that would meet the location of the coordinates that were given. And they only appear to be a few light years away.
Captain, we've identified the systems that appear to be the ones mentioned by the beings. They're just a few light years away. I have passed the coordinates along to Kong.
Helm lane a course for the closest system. Maximum warp. Lieutenant
Captain.
Knight, are you picking up any subspace transmissions?
Negative, Captain. I am not detecting any transmissions of any kind. It only takes the ship like a couple of minutes to go a few light years at max warp, right? Or is it still magnitude of hours?
Depends. Like, what's the exact?
Let's call it 3.27. Since you have that handy dandy speed calculator.
It's more like 53 minutes.
Still within an hour. Cool. Yeah, we have it linked in the fleet resources somewhere. Should be there in roughly 50 minutes, Captain.
Understood.
Give you another opportunity for role play, or would you like to just go speed a plot?
Lieutenant, see if you can't. Sorry, Lieutenant, see if you can't find anything in the database on the Lorikai Imperium.
Aye, Captain. And I'll search the database.
And everyone sets to work at their stations and whatnot. Everyone's very intent and focused on getting there. And about 20 minutes go by.
So, Captain, I'm not finding any reference to this people at all in the database. Unless we perhaps knew them under a different name. But I've tried every combination I can think of with the information we have. As far as I know, no Federation species or allied species that has shared information with the Federation has ever made contact with them.
By judging what you saw at that outpost, what do you estimate their technology level to be at, Endrock?
Can't. On par with the Federation, yeah. Okay, that makes probably better sense. Captain, it's equivalent to Federation uh, technology, but 150 years ago. So previous 3.5.
Seemingly, they would seem to be advanced enough to thwart any extinction level event.
You broke up so bad I didn't understand it yet.
Yeah, I think we're having connectivity issues. When Paris was talking, I got to like one red bar on the connectivity thing.
service in a different region.
What's that?
I moved the channel to a different region. Hopefully that helps.
Oh, cool. I was trying to find that again.
It's actually in the actual chat. It's not in the server settings anymore.
Oh.
You have to go into the chat permissions. Or well, the edit channel.
Interesting. Oh, I see it. Cool.
Looks like it's central node. It was set to automatic, but it looks like it's the central node that's having issues.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone just do a quick disconnect and reconnect. Hopefully that fixes it.
The captain made the comment. So technologically advanced enough to thwart any extinction level event. Or at least enough to defend themselves. Not to mention, if they're out this far with one of their outposts, we should at least see signs of them somewhere. Lieutenant Don, keep an eye out on sensors to see if you can pick up any vessels as we approach the first system in question.
Hi, Captain.
All right, we'll speed up plot a little bit and have you drop out a warp at the coordinates of the system.
Captain, we're at a binary star system with 15 planets and a single M-class planet. I would hazard a guess that the settlement is at the Class M planet.
Helm set a course for the Class M planet. Any? Do you see any stations in orbit or?
Whatever advanced life may have once existed here, Captain, it appears to have been erased from the system. There are no cities, technology, or any other signs of advanced life present.
Is there any signs that there was any advanced cities there, or is this nothing?
It appears as though there was never any advanced life here. It appears to be untouched, Captain.
That's disturbing. Helm, how close we are to the next set of coordinates?
About a light year and a half, Captain.
Set course and head towards the system.
Aye, sir. And meanwhile, we'll check in with Captain DeGrasse. I'm going to give you a log to read, Captain.
Captain's log, stardate 56063.8. The Tiananmen has just been assigned to the Federation Cardassian border. The Zenkethi Cardassian War has been raging on for over a year. The Cardassians are losing this war, and the Federation is doing all it can to try to stay out of it. However, the destruction of the USS Monarch in Zenkethi claimed space makes that almost impossible. The Zenkethi are conducting raids along our borders almost daily, and we are losing outposts, ships, and lives. Starfleet Command assures us that more ships are inbound, and we are to hold here until they arrive. End Captain's log.
And once you finish with the log, stepping onto the bridge is Lieutenant Nadan, coming to take her place as the science officer.
Is DeGrasse aware this transfer was taking place?
As far as any of you are concerned, Nadan has always been assigned to Tiananmen when you took command of it about a year ago.
Oh, Lieutenant Nadan. It's going to be good to have you back on the bridge.
Thank you, Captain.
And same thing, Nadan, you have been serving aboard this vessel for about a year.
I will go to my station. I assume that I know where I'm supposed to be sitting.
I believe it's that one.
Okay.
I'm not sure about this bridge layout where everything is.
So GM, about what time of day is it?
I don't know. Probably about 1400. 1500, let's call it.
Only done. Back from a late lunch, I assume.
Yes, Captain.
All right. Well done. Okay. So GM, what situation are we in right now? This is Chef.
You are patrolling along the Federation Cardassian border.
Okay.
And you are there to help repel any Zenkethi raids into Federation space.
Nadon, give us a quick scan. Is there any unusual activity in any Zenkethi vessels anywhere in the vicinity?
Hi, Captain. Scanning now.
Go ahead and give me a Reason Science difficulty 2. So this is by the ship sensor science.
Can someone roll the ship, please?
There is a Tiananmen folder now.
First roll for the ship. Who wants to take it?
You're the captain now.
Be my pleasure. What's the roll again?
Sensor science. I don't think you have any special stuff with the ship. Nope. Oh, you have high res, I guess. Gain 2 momentum. You got a message note done.
Sorry. Captain, I'm detecting a Zenkethi ship on an intercept course.
Could you give me a description of the type of vessel, as well as time to intercept?
It's a scale 4 ship. The shields are raised and the weapons are powered on it, Captain.
Red alert.
And with that, we will call that the end of what was once lost.